Cleopatra. Her very name conjures images of opulence, intrigue, and timeless allure. Her name evokes gold, coal-lined eyes, and ancient secrets along the Nile. She is the embodiment of Egypt's mystique, a symbol of both beauty and power. For over 2,000 years, her story has fascinated poets, playwrights, and filmmakers. Cleopatra's legend has been retold in countless forms, from ancient scrolls to modern cinema, each version adding new layers to her myth. We picture her as a siren of beauty, a woman who could bring powerful men to their knees. Her romances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony have become the stuff of legend, fueling imaginations for centuries. But was she truly just a seductress? Or was there something more? Was her power only in her charm? Or did it run much deeper? The romanticized image overshadows a far more compelling truth. Cleopatra was a brilliant ruler, navigating a treacherous political landscape. She was a queen who understood the art of diplomacy and the necessity of alliances. She inherited a declining kingdom, facing the rising power of Rome. Against overwhelming odds, she fought to preserve her nation's independence and legacy. To understand her, we must look past legend and Roman propaganda. The real Cleopatra is hidden beneath centuries of stories and misconceptions. Beneath the myth lies a master strategist, a gifted linguist, and a ruler fiercely committed to Egypt's survival. She spoke several languages and negotiated with world leaders, always putting her people first. The real Cleopatra is far more interesting than the myth, a woman of intelligence, ambition, and enduring legacy. Cleopatra was born into privilege and peril. From the moment she entered the world, her life was shaped by the dazzling splendor and constant danger of the Egyptian royal court. The Ptolemaic dynasty was crumbling, and her family was rife with betrayal. Siblings became rivals, and trust was a rare commodity in the shadowy halls of Alexandria. Power had to be seized and defended, not inherited. Every day was a test of cunning and survival. Unlike her siblings, Cleopatra became a scholar, fluent in at least 9 languages, including Egyptian, a first for her dynasty. She immersed herself in philosophy, science, and politics, determined to be more than just a figurehead. This allowed her to connect with her people and foreign leaders directly. Her intellect and eloquence set her apart, earning respect from both Egyptians and outsiders. Her path to the throne was brutal. Exiled by her brother's advisors, she raised an army to reclaim her birthright. She endured hardship and danger, proving her resilience and strategic mind. This was no passive princess. She was a determined leader, unafraid to make bold decisions and take risks for her future. Her early struggles taught her to trust no one and to outmaneuver rivals. Every alliance was calculated, every move deliberate. She used every advantage: intellect, wealth, and charisma. Cleopatra understood the power of image and diplomacy, using gifts and symbols to win loyalty. These battles hardened her for the greater challenge ahead: Roman politics. The fate of Egypt would soon depend on her ability to navigate the ambitions of Rome's most powerful men. Cleopatra emerged ready to face the titans of her age, her spirit forged by adversity and her mind sharpened by experience. Cleopatra's reign was defined by her dealings with Rome, a high-stakes game for Egypt's survival. In a world dominated by empires, she understood that Egypt's independence hung by a thread, threatened by Rome's growing ambitions. She knew Egypt couldn't defeat Rome militarily, so she aligned herself with its most powerful men. Cleopatra's strategy was not just about charm, but about forging connections that could tip the balance of power in her favor. Her dramatic introduction to Julius Caesar, smuggled in a carpet, was a calculated move, not just seduction. It was a bold act of diplomacy, designed to capture Caesar's attention and demonstrate her resourcefulness. She offered Caesar Egypt's wealth and stability. In return, she secured her throne and bore him a son, Caesarion. This alliance gave her legitimacy and a powerful protector in a dangerous world. Caesarion symbolized a possible union of Egypt and Rome. His birth was a statement, a living link between two great civilizations, and a hope for a new political order. After Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra adapted, forging a new alliance with Mark Antony. She navigated the chaos of Roman politics, always seeking the best path for Egypt's future. Their partnership was built on mutual need. Antony needed Egypt's resources, Cleopatra needed his legions. Together, they dreamed of a Mediterranean empire that could rival Rome itself. Their relationship, often romanticized, was fundamentally political. Every gesture, every alliance, was calculated to strengthen their positions and secure their ambitions. Cleopatra's alliances were pragmatic, aimed at protecting her dynasty. She was determined to preserve Egypt's sovereignty and her family's legacy at any cost. She played the game of power with audacity and vision, always thinking several moves ahead of her rivals. These were not mere affairs. They were strategic mergers, carefully orchestrated to ensure Egypt's place in history and Cleopatra's enduring legend. Cleopatra's legend as a seductress was Roman propaganda, crafted to justify Octavian's war. Historical evidence for her beauty is thin. Coins show strong, unconventional features. Her true power lay in charisma, wit, and presence. Plutarch described her as captivating in conversation, not just appearance. Her arrival at Tarsus, dressed as Venus, was political theatre, asserting divine status and power. Cleopatra used spectacle and symbolism to awe and negotiate. What's remembered as seduction was often calculated strategy. She leveraged every asset, femininity, intellect, wealth, to survive in a male-dominated world. Her relationships with Caesar and Antony were political alliances, not just romances. To call her a mere seductress is to miss her true genius. Was Cleopatra a master politician or a femme fatale? The femme fatale label is Roman propaganda, ignoring her political brilliance. She managed Egypt's economy, kept her nation stable, and spoke her people's language. Cleopatra navigated Roman civil wars, outmaneuvered rivals, and nearly created a new empire. Her alliances with Caesar and Antony were pragmatic, not just romantic. She used every tool, charm, spectacle, and strategy to defend Egypt. Her personal and political lives were inseparable. Cleopatra was a strategist, diplomat, and queen who fought for her nation's survival. She lost her final battle, but her reign proved her political genius. Cleopatra was not defined by the men in her life. She chose them as part of her grand strategy.